As business owners, it's really easy to get caught up in the endless pursuit for success. So in today's video, we'll look at how to escape the hustle for more. Welcome. My name is Lucas, and I love to help business owners simplify their lives and finances. In my 20s and 30s, I assumed that lots of money and nice things would make my life better, so I worked my ass off. By my late 30s, I was so worn out and exhausted. The anxiety was relentless. My stomach was always in knots, and my jaw and shoulders were always tight. I had a lot of stuff, and according to my social feed, I should be really happy, but I was miserable. And that's when it hit me. My pursuit for success was never going to end. Now, Peter Crone has a great line in his Financial Freedom Workshop, and it's something like, chasing success is like chasing the horizon. You never actually get there. Plus, it requires constant energy, which is why it's so exhausting. When I realized this, I stepped off the hamster wheel of success. Life became easier, more enjoyable, and a lot more fun. So let's stop the chase, let's turn off the noise, and let's relax. When was the last time you checked in with yourself? What is it that you've been chasing? I spent decades chasing after society's version of success, and I was so distracted by all the shiny objects that I never even considered to stop and get clear on what I wanted. If you're exhausted or totally stressed like I was, that's a pretty good sign that you're not on your own path. So, the first step is to get clear on whose idea of success you've been chasing. Is it your friends, your neighbors, maybe your parents? It's fine to take inspiration from our friends and peers, but when we blindly follow the path of others, that usually leads to a dead end. So, I invite you to take the afternoon and get clear on what it is that you've been chasing. Once I realized that the expensive car and giant house were somebody else's version of success, I stopped chasing them, and that felt so good. Once I was aware that I had been chasing a bunch of useless stuff, it made a lot more sense as to why I was feeling so anxious and depleted all the time. Anxiety is a warning system. It's our soul's way of saying, what the f are you doing? But I hadn't been paying attention to the warning signs. Each day when I would check my social feed, I was programming myself to hustle and buy more stuff. When I finally woke up to this reality, I started to opt out. So, the second step to moving beyond the hustle is to get clear on all of the things that are promoting the hustle. What are you doing on a daily basis, and what are you exposing yourself to that contributes to the stress, anxiety, and the endless desire for more? It could be obvious, like scrolling through social feeds and garbage TV, or it might be a lot more subtle. For instance, thinking that you're not good enough or smart enough. I used to think that if I was a cool guy and I had a lot of cool stuff, that people would like me, so I hustled to get more stuff. Now that idea, the idea that I'm not accepted, that was something that probably developed when I was a kid, and it was deep in my subconscious, kind of like a piece of shrapnel. Until recently, I didn't know how to process my feelings of not being accepted. So that wound, that shrapnel wound, festered over the years. And because I wanted to avoid feeling that pain and facing that pain, I distracted myself by pursuing success in shiny objects. But when I sat still for just a minute and I listed all of the behaviors that were promoting the hustle, and I started to understand why I was chasing those things, well, that was like removing that piece of shrapnel, and the wound could finally heal. Like I said, some of the thoughts and habits are really subtle. So if you'd like help discovering yours, check out this special 4-part series that I created. Or if you'd like to go really deep, check out Peter Crone's Free Your Mind workshop. I'll leave links in the description. Once I understood why I put myself on the hamster wheel of success, and I started to opt out of all of those harmful behaviors, I was now ready to create a new path forward. So I asked myself, what does success look like to me? If I didn't spend all of my time hustling, what would I do with it? Initially, I had no idea, but I was very clear on what I didn't want. No more anxiety, no more living in survival mode, and no more chasing the horizon. And just like that, I knew exactly what I did want: to feel free, relaxed, and happy. The third step to moving beyond the hustle is to get clear on what you want. Ask yourself, what's important to me? What does success look and feel like to me? How would I spend my time if I no longer worried about hustling for more? In his Financial Freedom Workshop, Peter Crone has another great quote. The most successful people I know have no focus on finance. They focus on qualities of existence, their own true freedom, their own true peace, their own true inner sense of worth. I love creating new things, contributing to other people, and spending time with friends and family. All of these things bring me a tremendous amount of joy, and that's when I knew. Being able to practice these things on a regular basis is my definition of success. Funny thing is, I was already doing this, and I didn't need a lot of stuff or a lot of money to make it happen. Take a moment to think about the path that you've been on for the last few years, or maybe even decades. If you're tired of chasing the endless horizon, if you're tired of living in survival mode and stressing all the time, I invite you to stop. Turn down the noise, take a few deep breaths, and move beyond the hustle. Get clear on the few things that are actually important to you and focus on those. It took me years to recognize that chasing after success, especially someone else's version of it, was a never-ending pursuit. I gave so much of my time and energy to people, ideas, and things that I didn't even care about, and that sucked the life out of me. I don't regret any of it because it taught me a tremendous amount, and it brought me here with you today. But as I move forward, I can now see the difference between chasing success versus building a strong financial foundation that will support my lifestyle. Chasing requires constant effort, and it takes and takes. But when you build a solid financial foundation, that's something that gives back to you for the rest of your life. If you'd like to learn how to create financial stability, check out this video. Or if you'd like a more personalized experience one-on-one with me, comment the big split and we'll set up a free call. As we wrap up, I invite you to do 3 things. First, figure out whose version of success you've been chasing. Second, get clear on your habits and behaviors. What choices are you making on a day-to-day basis that are creating stress, overwhelm, and the endless desire for more? And third, get clear on what success looks like for you. Figure out what you don't want to help you get clear on what you do want. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. And if you know anyone that can benefit from this video, please share it with them. As always, thank you for your time and energy. I'll see you in the next one.